Hello YouTube, LD50 here, back with another video, and today we're going to have a look at my Warwick Homestead military installation settlement build. This is a PlayStation 4 build, and I have used Creation Club, but I haven't used any other mods apart from that. Right, so I'll have a quick look at the front of the building. So there's the original Warwick Homestead building over to the left there, and we've encased the front and side in concrete walls for defence. The spawn points for this settlement are, you know, around about where I'm standing, so we've got plenty of defences along the top there, spotlights and laser heavy laser turrets to provide defence. We'll have a quick look from this side as well. Now I'm a bit unarmed, so I'm not going to go too far over here because I believe there are mirelurks. But you can see we're walled all the way down there as well, and there's a little jetty on the end which we'll see from the inside. So let's go in the front entrance and have a quick look. We do have our security camera there in the middle. That's part of the Creation Club. This is our main door, which is two-way electric door using a logic gate, which allows us to close the door from the inside to keep the baddies out. This is our power generation corner with our two reactors. We've got a clear weather mortar control here for clearing up the weather in case it gets bad, and these four switches here are interval switches that all have different intervals, so that there should be no period when the power is off, but if you're aware, the spotlights have a bit of a glitch. This controls the spotlights. Spotlights have a bit of a glitch where sometimes they will just turn themselves off if you just have uninterrupted power. But by having a bank of interval switches which turn on and off, for some reason that causes the bug to fix itself. So we set up with four switches here, different intervals on each switch, and that circuit is for the spotlights that are out the front. Chemistry station here for making clear weather shells for our mortar, which is up the top. We'll have a look in a minute. This is our workshop area. And in our workshop area we have weapons and armour and robot workshop, just so you can see inside. I have to make it double height so that you can get the robot workshop in, but I think it looks fine in the corner like that. Power armour station over there. This is our command centre, so this was would be where the military leaders would command things. And inside here we have our security camera monitors, which is a link to the security camera at the front, which is a Creation Club item. And we have our vault population management system here. So we just decorated it out to look like, you know, it's sort of a command center, typewriter, camera for taking people's photographs when they turn up, you know, for security, a normal phone and a hotline phone, a red phone, going straight to you know, the big guns if we need it. And then in the back here we have a little clinic with a doctor and a surgeon and a few sort of doctory items over there, a couple of meds, a few bits and pieces in the display cabinet here. This here is our clinic bathroom. I'm quite pleased with this actually, because we've managed to make a shower. Now there are no showers in Creation Club or the vanilla game or the DLCs. You have to get a bit creative to make something that looks like a shower, but obviously toilet this end and sink, and then down this end we have what I'd like to consider to be a shower with a drain away underneath. So that's a piece of the warehouse floor that you can see through, and that's going to act as a drain. And then a switch that doesn't do anything, but this would, you know, in our head cannon, this would turn the shower on and off. I've just used conduit to make this shower, and that is a radiant power radiant unit on the top there. You know, it sort of looks a bit like a shower, so I'm quite pleased with that. And we pillar glitched in some curtains from the Nuka World Creation Club content to give ourselves some shower curtains and some privacy. Moving outside, we're going to go down this way first. So we have a bottom deck here, and the bottom deck has some weights in to keep the troops fit, and a good supply of weapons in our corridor armory. And then down here is the Grunts head. So this is the communal toilet for the soldiers, as you would expect to find on a military base. Going back inside this building, obviously we've got our Minuteman flag because we're aligned with the Minutemen. We'll go upstairs, and this is the officers. I'd like to call this the officers' quarters. So it's slightly better beds, and the lamps and tables and stuff are Creation Club, as is the mirror there, as is the cabinets along that wall there. So this is the sort of slightly better accommodation on the military base. And then moving out here along the top deck of this corridor, we have a load of exercise machines to keep the troops nice and healthy and fit. So moving down to the back, I did mention that we have a bit of a dock out the back, or a jetty, or a wharf, or whatever you like to call it. So we've just come over the water a little bit and given ourselves a little bit of a back sort of jetty where, you know, maybe we could do some fishing or something, or we could you know, go surfing with our surfboard, you know, dry some fish on the fish rack. But this is just to the end there, and it helps to encase the settlement in concrete here to provide added security. Now I have sort of filled in the gaps around there. We won't go around and look, we'll be able to see from the inside if we need to. So moving into the main building here in the middle, this is our commissary with our upstairs farm. So commissary is on a military base, is a building where they have you know, food and things for sale. So I've decked this out like a little sort of cafe with some stores. So we have our cafe there with the Nuka World dispenser there with a person assigned to it. I believe that is in fact Janie Warwick. And some food items here. And we've glitched in a grill into that cabinet there, so that's where we would you know, roast our meats. And over the back here we've got a bar, a general merchant and a clothing merchant, staffed by various people, settlers, and Roger Warwick is on the clothing there. The Nuka World fridge is from the Nuka World. I can get a nice little look at it. Very nice looking fridge from the Nuka World Creation Club content. And then, you know, a little commissary desk here for you know, keeping tabs of what the soldiers have bought. This end we've got some arcade machines, which are a Creation Club item. These, you can play these. Jukebox, and underneath the jukebox I've glitched in some radios that are set to Diamond radio, Diamond City radio, our cigarette machine there, because the soldiers like to puff. And then Nuka World seating, because it's slightly better condition than the base game seating, so we've got plenty of seating there for people to eat their food at. The walls here are brick, Creation Club, and the lights on the wall are also Creation Club. The lights here are base game. I think they're one of the picket fences magazines, you get those from. And then moving upstairs we have basic farm. So I may decorate this a little bit more, you know, maybe put a table in and a few more potted plants or whatever. I've got just robots doing the gardening. I've got a settler beacon on, but we haven't had very many settlers come yet. So I've assigned the ones that we do have to the shop and the doctor and the surgeon, and I've just created some robots to do the manual work, because you know, why would I make humans do it when I can get robots to do it? We're just getting a bit of rain again, so I'm going to go and let off another clear weather shell so that we can see the top nicely. Over here we've got our caravan trading post, and over here is our Brahmin feeder. Just used a little quick prefab to you know, give some cover for the Brahmin. I did say I'd show you that we'd walled in down the side, so we've walled in this bit here, and we've also walled in that little bit there. So we're completely encased in this settlement. There's no way for anybody to get in apart from the front door. This forklift is unscrappable, but you know, I actually don't mind it there. It's sort of, you know, I could imagine the soldiers would be using that for shifting materials around, and just stored it out the way at the back here. Young lad, Wally Warwick, can't really do much with him. He just wanders around. You can't assign him to anything, so you know, he's the he's the young boy of this settlement. So let's go up the top and have a look at the top. Oh no, we've got one more thing to see before we go up. We have just built a little lounge here with another gaming machine. This is just where the soldiers might come to do, you know, listen to some music, or play a board game, or, you know, smoke, or have a drink, or whatever. And if we open these doors here, you can see that we've got the water in this silo, purifying the Mankiel water into lovely drinkable water. So that's where I've put the water for this settlement. So we can get up onto the top deck here, and we have 4 of these artillery pieces. There's 2 down that end, which we'll see in a minute, and they're all manned by Assaultron robots, because I thought that was the best thing to do. We will be getting some more settlers, and we will dress them in army fatigues, and they can be the actual sort of inhabitants, but as of yet we don't have that many settlers, and the ones that we do have are assigned to shops and the clinic. So yeah, 4 of these mortars, 2 down this end and 2 the other end, and then we've got a line of crates, you know, with some heavy weapons for the soldiers to get to very quickly if they need to. There's our settlement beacon, and there's another mortar up this end, and as you can see, we're plenty of turrets here. The spawn points are sort of just down there, so you know, it would make sense to make this end as well defended as possible. And over in the corner here, this is our clear weather mortar, so we can let off a clear weather shell like we did before with the switch downstairs. Going down into here, this goes back into the better quarters, and then oh hello, hiding in the corner. And then we've got our power armor station there, and our workbench, double height ceiling workbench, sorry, workroom in there, with our armor and our armor there, and weapons there, and obviously our robot manufacturing plant in the middle. Just using these for storage, so we've got attire in here, whether it's armor or clothes. This is general junk for decorating, and this is weapons that we've you know, sort of junk weapons that we've got. All of our good weapons, which we don't have on us at the moment, I took them off while I was building, are stored in here. And then finally, we will go into this part. Now this you can't scrap some of the beds in here without a mod, and I didn't want to use a mod, so I've left the beds that are in situ, and I've added some more beds that are the same. So you've got about, I think, 5 beds here, the ones that are owned, you can't scrap. and it wouldn't look right to put modern beds in with this, so I've put some smaller cots in for extra sleeping accommodation. You know, we've left it fairly much the same, added a couple of lights, put a few rugs down and got rid of the rugs that were there. We scrapped the furniture that was in here to get the beds in, but we left some of it. So for instance, we left that in the corner there, and we left that there, and we added a few little tables and a few bits and pieces. We've got a few candles that we've put in as well, and this is our lighting in here. Oh, I've left that in, actually I should have taken that out. We've got invisible wiring to there, and then invisible wiring to here. That's to power the lights that we've put on the wall, and invisible wiring up to there to power the lights this end as well. So that's the sort of what I'd call the Grunts accommodation. So the Warwick sleep in there, and you know, we'll have any other settlers that can sleep in there, and the settlers that I do decide to dress as army, I'll assign them to the beds in that block there. A bit of a hoop there in case I wanted to play some hoop, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's really bad weather. Let's set off one more clear weather shell, get rid of this rain. And I think we'll just go up to the top and see if we can see down into the settlement from the top. So as you can see along here, there's the 2 decks with the armour underneath, and the bikes up the top. Factory default mode. And then obviously we can see into our farm here, and see our commissary building. There we go, and we can look down over this side as well, into the main entrance area. I may yet set up a security station. I'm not decided yet, and have you know, somebody permanently assigned to the security. I might sort of put it in that corner down there. I'm not certain yet, but I'll have a little think about that. And then you can just about see it from here. Oh, it's persistent with the rain down here, isn't it? Persistent with the rain. Anyway, that's my Warwick Homestead military installation build, a PlayStation 4 build with the Construction Club. If you have enjoyed this content, please leave me a like and consider subscribing to the channel. It'll give me motivation to make some more settlement videos as I work my way through. Anyway, I've been LD50. You've been lovely, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.